So it's very important that all graduates from medical school gain a place on the foundation programme because without this and without completion of FY1 you're not able to gain full registration. So we welcome the news this year that all graduates will have a place on the foundation programme. However, there's uncertainty to the way forward from next year onwards. So the UK, across the UK, we're looking at several options and we're working on this with our UK committee as well. I met with the Scottish Government recently to discuss the way forward up here and made it very clear that any option which would have a significantly negative effect on pay or terms and conditions were absolutely out of the question from us. We've recently had some concerns at Scottish universities around use of the UK CAT, particularly at the University of Dundee's Medical School. So the UK CAT itself as a test, we have concerns about its use and widening access. So there's an initial cost for applicants which can deter some students who wish to apply to medicine. And we're also concerned around some of the evidence base that perhaps the UK CAT could have implications for widening access and making sure that everybody is able to apply for medicine regardless of their background. So particularly looking at the University of Dundee's Medical School, they used to use a system which had a wide variety of parts of the admissions process. This took into account your UK CAT, your personal statement, which included co-curricular activities, other signs of commitment to medicine, and all this as well as leading on to an interview. And the concerns we have now is that this has been radically changed. So for school leavers, this includes 60% of your academic score and 40% UK CAT, and this is pre-interview. And for graduates, it's up to a huge 60% of your UK CAT score and 40% of your academic score. Now, from writing to the University of Dundee, they got back to us and we were pleased that they've increased the number of interviews. However, our concern is still that for the majority of students, or potential students who don't make that interview process, they don't have the opportunity to demonstrate more than simply that academic ability in the UK CAT score. And looking at the University of Dundee's prospectus, it says that applicants which show commitment to medicine and a wide variety of skills such as sport, music and these kind of talents will make your application stronger. And with this new process, I simply can't see how that's possible for the majority of applicants. So we're following up on that, we're in discussion and we'll keep you updated with what's going on. So we have a few successes here this year in Scotland, including something we've been working on for a few years now relating to student finance, and that's about travel expenses, particularly at Glasgow and Edinburgh. So students who are at Inverclyde Hospital in Livingston, outside Edinburgh, are paying huge costs every day to commute out and back to these places, and that's racking up to hundreds of pounds over the process of that placement. There's no accommodation available out there, so they're literally having to get up early, go out and back and fund that out of their own pockets. There's an additional cost of teaching money, or ACT money, which goes to medical school for issues like this. And we've been successful at Glasgow and Edinburgh Medical School this year in securing that funding after a long discussion for these students. So it's fantastic news. Students who were paying hundreds of pounds before to get to these placements will now have that reimbursed by the medical school. The other thing we've done this year in conjunction with our junior doctor colleagues, who we've been working very closely with, is guaranteed foundation programme shadowing. So that's 4 days mandatory shadowing at the start of the foundation programme, which are paid, and that first came in last year. We've reached a deal just before the summer and we now have that in place this year, and at least 50% of this time will be in direct shadowing of junior doctors, so that all new FY1s come in, are able to hit the ground running after several days of shadowing, 4 days, and this will be reimbursed at standard FY1 pay with no banding supplement.